Okay, we're going to do lesson 9-3, which is a review of rounding and a review of adding. Okay, so we remember from all of our videos of rounding that rounding is finding your place value, look right next door. 4 or less means let it rest. 5 or more means add one more, okay? So basically for 398, we're trying to figure out which 100 is it closer to. It is either closer to 300 or 400, okay? That's if it's 398, we've already passed 300, but we haven't gotten to 400 yet, okay? We have 300s, 9 10s, and 8 1s. So if we have 300s, we are past 300 on the number line, but not yet at 400. Okay, then when you're looking at the hundreds, the 10 is the boss applesauce. So if we have 4 or less 10s, then we're going to let it rest at 300. If we have 5 or more 10s, we're going to go up to the next 100, which here we have 9 10s. So 9 is the boss applesauce. It's going to make us bump up to 400. 233. Okay, we have 200, 3 10s, and 3 1s. We don't really care about our ones, but we have 200, so we know we are past 200. We have 3 10s, so we're past the 200 on the number line. We had a little number line here, and we had 100, 200, and 300, okay? If we have 233, we have 233, so we're going to be past 200, but not yet to 300. So we find our place value, which is the hundreds, that's what we're rounding to. This 3 is the boss applesauce. 4 or less, we're going to let it rest at 200. Okay, so 400 plus 200 is 600. Now we're really going to find 398 plus 233. Okay, just like with subtraction, we just do the ones column first. Okay, 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11, if we look at the 11, is 110 and 1 1, correct? 110, 1 1. So we're going to put our 10 above our 10s column and our 1 down there. Okay? Now we're going to add 9 plus 3. We're going to do that right here. Okay? We're going to just dump down. 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. So we have 13, which is 13 10s, okay? 13 10s is really like 130, right? So we have 103 10s. So we're going to put our 3 there and carry our 100. Don't get too confused by that. And then we're going to go down to the bottom, okay? And we're going to be adding our hundreds, okay? We have 300 plus 200 is 600 plus 1 more is 700. Oops. And we don't need to regroup, so we're just going to put it down there, okay? So 398 plus 233 is 731. Compare the sum to the estimate in exercise 1. Is the answer reasonable? Oops, I'm sorry. 5 plus 1 is 6. My apologies. 631. Hopefully you caught my mistake on that. Okay, so 631. The real answer was 631. Our estimate was 600, which is very, very close. So yes, the answer is reasonable. Okay. And the good news was I rounded, because when I saw my answer of 731, I went, that's not very close to 600. Perhaps I've made a mistake, and I went back and looked at it and went, that's 5 plus 1 more is 6. So by rounding first, it did help me catch my mistake, which really is the whole purpose in rounding, okay? So you have to pay attention to what you've rounded and then look at your answer, because 731 is pretty far from 600, okay? All right, 239 plus 108. They want us to round to the nearest 10, okay? So if we're going to round to the nearest 10, okay, we have 239 plus 108. Okay, if we're going to round to the nearest 10, that means they want us rounding this guy. Okay, our hundreds is going to stay the same. So we're looking at 39. We want to round 39 to the nearest 10. We find our place value, which is the 10. The 9 is the boss applesauce, which means we're going to add 1 more, 240. Okay, 108. Our 100's going to stay the same. Okay, find our place values with tens. The 8 is the boss applesauce. 5 or more, add 1 more. So we're going to, instead of this being a 0, we're going to change it to 1. Okay, and then we're going to add our rounding. Okay, so our rounded is 350. Then we really want to add our numbers. Okay, so add that and let's see if we're close to 350. Okay, 9 plus 8 is 17. So put the 1 up there and put that there. 1 plus 3 is 4. And 2 plus 1 is 3. 347 is really close to 350, so we are right on track. I want you, just for fun, ha ha ha, because I know this is your idea of fun, I want you on the back to round 239 plus 108 to the nearest 100 and add them together. So round them to the nearest 100, okay? So go ahead, pause it and do that. Okay, you should have rounded to 200 plus 100 and gotten 300. Okay, so even if you got 300 and you did the actual math of 347, you are absolutely close enough to the estimate. So very good job.